Good morning everyone. First, today I would like to explain you about digestive system. That is the physiological chapter is there. That is the digestive system. So what is digestion now? Digestion, it is the process in which complex substances are breaking down into simpler ones or soluble form which can be absorbed by the cells. For example, now we are eating, that is the starch, that is the soluble form is the sugar. Sugar is the soluble form of the carbohydrate, that is nothing but starch, and amino acid is the soluble form of the protein, and fatty acids and glycerol is the soluble form of the fat. So how we are getting all these things? Now we will understand about the digestive system, which is very important. That is digestive system, it is involves the alimentary canal along with the digestive glands. So which are the digestive glands here? Digestive glands are salivary glands, which is present in the buccal cavity, and liver and pancreas. These three are the digestive glands which is helping in the digestive system. For example, now what is alimentary canal then? Alimentary canal is the passage through which food to be digested is passes. So that is called alimentary canal. So alimentary canal is starts with the mouth. So next we will see the process and steps of the digestive system. It starts through the mouth, and here you can see the buccal cavity is there. Next, esophagus. You can see here the alimentary canal starts with the mouth, and here you can see the buccal cavity, and here is the pharynx, and it's continue with the esophagus, that is nothing but food pipe, and here you can see the stomach, and here is the large intestine, and you can see here is the highly coiled, that is the small intestine, and this is the pancreas, and here is the liver. Okay, first I'll explain about the mouth. Here mouth, when food is entered to the mouth, through the mouth, and it enters to the buccal cavity. In the buccal cavity you can see the lower jaw and the upper jaw. In this, once again, that is the salivary glands are present. Here are three salivary glands are present which is producing the saliva. That is the salivary glands. Three salivary glands are there. One is parotid gland, second one is submandibular or submaxillary gland, and third one is the sublingual glands. Just I am telling is that is pickle. Then here in your mouth, that is a saliva is producing. So from where it is producing now, you can feel it. Yes, that is the first one is the major gland, that is called parotid gland, which is present just near and in front of the ear. That is here it is present. And next, sublingual gland, which is producing just below the tongue. Lingual means tongue, which is just below the tongue, that is the salivary gland is produced, which is producing the saliva. And submandibular or submaxillary gland is there, which is just back of the sublingual gland. All these three glands are producing in the mouth, that is the buccal cavity, and it is producing the saliva. That saliva is producing, here it is producing the saliva, and this saliva has the enzyme which is called amylase, salivary amylase. salivary amylase is there. This salivary amylase is the enzyme which helps to digest and breaking down the starch. It is helps to breaking down and digesting the starch. So food first enters to the buccal cavity. After the buccal cavity, little that is food, it will be digest and it is moving to the pharynx, which is present here. Yes, here this is the buccal cavity. Next, pharynx. What is pharynx now? Pharynx is the common passage of food and where it is crossed. For example, this one, when wind is coming from the nose, it will move to the larynx. In the larynx opening, there is pharynx, it will enter, and food is also entered to the pharynx. Pharynx is the common passage for the food and air. And afterwards, on the larynx, one epiglottis membrane, it will be there, muscular flap, it is there. It helps to what? It is prevent the food to enter in the larynx. After larynx, it is continue with the trachea, and that is the respiration. You know that respiration part. But now we are reading about the digestion. So here, what will happen? Food when pharynx it will enter to the pharynx. Afterwards, it will enter to the food pipe that is called esophagus. This is the esophagus, that is the muscular tube, it is there, that is the highly coiled. When bolus, that is food is entering, it will be like this, and afterwards it will enter directly to the stomach. You know that stomach is the sac-like structure is there, you can see here, stomach is the sac-like structure. Here you can see the digestive glands are entering here, and here gastric glands are there. That gastric glands are producing the gastric juices, for example, hydrochloric acid. Dilute hydrochloric acid. This hydrochloric acid helps to kill the germs which is entered through the food. And afterwards, that is two enzymes are present here, that is the pepsin, and one more is the renin. Two enzymes are present here, that is the pepsin and renin in the stomach. Okay, these are the two enzymes which is helping to digest the protein. For example, pepsin is help to digest the protein, that is amino acids or peptides you can tell, and renin is helps to digest the milk, that is milk into the curd, it will be digested, and afterwards food it will be entered to the small intestine. You can see here this small intestine is 6 to 7 meter long, and whole this full alimentary canal is the 9 meters long, and here small intestine is the major part where absorption is taking place. Here only 80 to 90% absorption is taking place in the small intestine only. So in the small intestine you can see all the starch. Here food we are eating, that is the starch, protein and fat we are eating here. So starch is partially digested in the mouth, that is the buccal cavity. Protein is partially digested in the stomach, but all these three together it is digested in the small intestine. And here we are getting it's the soluble form, that starch soluble form is the sugar, and the protein soluble form is the amino acids, and fat soluble form is fatty acids and glycerol. All this together we are getting in the small intestine, and in the small intestine so many finger-like projections are present, that is called villi. In this villi, on this villi, so many blood capillaries are there. In the blood capillaries, all the food is properly absorbed and it is moving to all the parts of the body. Here you can see that the pepsin, renin, two enzymes are there which is helping in the digestion. So what is the function of the liver here and the pancreas? Pancreas and liver is the digestive glands which is helping and giving what? Digestive enzymes to the digested materials. For example, liver is producing the bile juice which helps to breaking down to the fats. For example, emulsification of fats. That is fats, it is very hard to digest, so it is breaking down and it is forming, that is the small globules. So at that time afterwards, here you can see bile juice it is producing from the liver and it is stored in the gallbladder. This is the gallbladder where bile juice storing but producing by the liver, and liver is the largest gland in the body. Just below the diaphragm it is present, and stomach is present just left side and above. You can see here just left side, and liver is the largest gland here. Then pancreas is also having the digestive, this one juices which were lipase. The pancreas, it is producing, that is the juices, lipase, trypsin and amylase. And these juices, enzymes, you can tell enzymes also, these enzymes are helps to digest the food. For example, lipase is helping to digest the fat and breaking down the fat, and trypsin is helps to digest the protein, and amylase is help to digest and breaking down the carbohydrate or starch, you can tell. All these are producing, it is giving all the enzymes to the small intestine, in the small intestine, and bile juice is also giving in the small intestine, and in the small intestinal again so many juices are there. Together it is breaking down and digesting the all the food, and finally food is getting absorbed in the small intestine. From the small intestine it is absorbed in the blood capillaries and it is moving to all the parts of the body, and we are getting the energy and repair the cells and everything whatever, for it is helps to growth also. So like this food it is digested, and undigested food it is moving to the large intestine which is present here. Large intestine, undigested food is moving to the large this one intestine. Here you can see the cecum. This is part, that is the cecum, and this is the colon, and this is main part which is the rectum. The undigested food is moving to the cecum first, and afterwards it is moving to the colon, that is the here, this is the ascending colon, this is the transverse colon, and this is the descending colon is there, and afterwards undigested food is thrown out from the body or elimination from the body through the anus. Here last part is called the anus, from where food it is thrown out. Here you can see in the small intestine again three parts are there. Here in the duodenum, jejunum and ileum. Here which one? First part is the duodenum. Second part, in the small intestine three parts are there, that is the duodenum, jejunum and the ileum. And these three parts are also very important. Here these are the 6 to 7 meters long it is. Here food is properly digested and absorbed, and it is helps to the growth. So this is the digestive system. Now we will see the steps of nutrition. There are 5 steps of nutrition are there. You can see first is the ingestion. Ingestion means you understood the process and steps of the digestive system, I hope so. Ingestion means when you are taking food inside your mouth, that is called ingestion. Second one is called the digestion. Digestion, this is the parts of nutrition. First one is ingestion, second one digestion. Digestion means you know that this is the process in which complex food substances, you can see here you are eating complex food. For example, you are eating dal, otherwise rice, anything complex food materials which is properly breaking down into smaller ones in the small intestine, and it is getting absorbed by the villi. That is called digestion. Next, third one, absorption. Here you can see in the blood capillaries it is absorbed. That it is absorbed by the cell, whichever soluble form is there. For example, digestion, amino acids, sugar and fatty acids and glycerol, which are the soluble form, it is absorbed by the cells, that is called absorption. Fourth one is assimilation. Assimilation, it is also one process in which they are using utilization by the body, which is soluble form is there, it is utilization by the body and it is help to the growth and repair the cells. That is called assimilation. And last one and fifth one is called elimination. Otherwise you can tell here one more thing, egestion. Here egestion means what? Elimination of the waste materials from the body. This is called digestive system. I hope you understood. This is the alimentary canal. From mouth it is enter and last it is final to the rectum. You can see in the large intestine. Thank you.